What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reviewing and breaking down The Flash Season 9, Episode 1. So yeah, guys, The Flash is finally back with Season 9, and I am beyond excited, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. So guys, the episode actually starts with an OG villain returning, and that was Tar Pit from Season 2, which was, totally unexpected, obviously. And what was even more unexpected was that Frost just appeared out of nowhere, like it was just totally normal, like it was just Team Flash taking on a villain, like that's literally all it was. But then after, Tar Pit is defeated by Team Flash, all of Team Flash just starts to collapse. They all just die, and then we're just all like, what is going on? And we find out that this is Barry's nightmare, or one of Barry's nightmares that we find out, or that we saw in the trailer. So that was a pretty interesting way to start off the season. And yeah, guys, they do once again clarify that this is all happening a week after the events of the Season 8 finale. This is also one of the few episodes that Joe will be in, so that was great to see. Now, we have a couple of really interesting scenes that happen after that. The first one is of Iris West Allen at Central City Citizen Media, where Allegra's talking to her, and there's a little Supergirl reference once they reveal that Cat Grant and Catco want to buy Central City Citizen Media. So I thought that was pretty interesting right there. But the one that was even more interesting was Barry at CCPD, and at first it looks like he's going to be getting promoted to the CSI director of the CSI division, just like Gideon said would happen all the way back in Season 1 Episode 20. So that was really interesting right there. Anyways, then we finally get a look at the new Captain Boomerang, who's standing in front of that machine that we kept seeing in those set photos, and I found it interesting that Barry was actually able to recognize that it was a new Captain Boomerang, seeing as how he hasn't fought the old one in 8 years. Anyways, Barry ends up throwing a lightning bolt at Captain Boomerang, but he uses his boomerangs to create some sort of shield that the lightning bounces off of, and the lightning hits the machine and then blasts Barry with some purple energy. So yeah, we'll get to more on that purple energy in a second, but first we get this scene of Barry finally talking about his map book. Obviously we saw that in the trailer, and we find out that he got the information in his map book mostly from Gideon. I definitely thought that was a possibility. Now we see something in his map book that has the headline of Nightmare Under Red Skies, and this is apparently the title of the article that gives Iris her first Pulitzer. Obviously the former 2024 newspaper article talked about red skies and the Flash vanishing, so could these still be similar articles? Maybe the Flash will still vanish and then, come back the next day or something like that, because Eric Wallace did confirm that it's going to be a happy ending. So I think that's definitely possible. So if you still want the Flash to vanish, I think this is definitely pushing it in the right direction. I definitely think this could be the title of an article that Iris would write in the series finale. So yeah, anyways, Barry tells Iris that she's going to get pregnant in 3 months and that she's going to win 2 Pulitzers, but Iris is mad about knowing her future before it happens, so they go to sleep, and then this is where we see those purple particles hovering above their bed. Obviously, we knew all that stuff would happen from the trailer, so yeah, all that was expected. So yeah, obviously these purple particles are what caused Barry and Iris to be in this time loop, living the same day over and over again, which Iris realizes pretty quick as she's at CCC Media, and Barry realizes it too when he gets to CCPD and then, fights Captain Boomerang once again. So, yeah, he realizes that, he's just living, the same day over and over and over again. So yeah, this time when they fight though, Barry and Captain Boomerang, Barry dies and wakes up in bed with Iris once again, and then this is where they realize fully yeah, this is a time loop. So yeah, we find out that the reason they're in a time loop is because of Barry's speed interacting with the machine Captain Boomerang was using, as Iris and, Barry, as I said before, relive the same day multiple more times. And we find out that this is why Chester was wearing that suit in the promo photos. We were all confused about that because he and Barry were, they kept getting blown up when they were trying to find the solution to the time loop, so that kind of makes sense right there. Now, obviously, we knew from a Season 7 episode, and Abracadabra to be specific, that Barry would one day be obsessed with the future, and this episode certainly showed that, as, Barry wanted everything in his map book to happen, but, Barry just ends up burning the map book because he realizes, it's not the right thing to do, it's not the right thing for his family, so yeah, he burns it, and it seems like, Iris and, Barry are just accepting this time loop and are, trying to change things in order for the time loop to stop. For instance, this time when Barry fights Captain Boomerang sets off a bomb when he, initially is defeated. He sets off a bomb in order to get away, and Barry somehow stops it from hurting anyone by phasing it, and nothing ends up happening besides tons of weird energy going all throughout Central City, very similar to when that happened in Season 1 with the original particle accelerator. So I almost wonder if this whole thing created any other metahumans. That would be very interesting. Obviously, this machine that Captain Boomerang was using was said to have similar qualities to the particle accelerator, so I don't know. I think if it created metahumans, that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, then toward the end, we get a look at who we think is Caitlin, but then she says she's neither Caitlin or Frost, and she has these blue strands in her hair, so it'll be interesting to see what goes on with her. Based on the episode 2 trailer, it's looking like that episode's going to be focused on Caitlin's character a lot, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And guys, also toward the end, Joe says to Cecile that we should leave Central City. He used the word we. Now, we knew something like this would happen with Joe, but if Cecile left too, the Flash Season 9 has gotten much better already. They were in this episode, they were really doing something with Cecile's storyline of her new upgraded powers. But if she actually leaves, I would be okay with that, because she has become one of the worst characters on the show. But anyways, guys, the ending cliffhanger showed Captain Boomerang meeting with someone, and that someone was the Red Death, which was so cool to see. Now, we couldn't see the Red Death's suit in this scene because the Red Death was vibrating just like Reverse Flash, which still looks super cool. So yeah, I'm beyond excited for what we've got now, now that we've got to see Red Death in the season. So yeah, guys, this episode definitely wasn't too bad, although based on, what we know about the rest of the season and what we're getting, I do have to say that I think this will go down as one of the worst episodes of Season 9. I mean, it was still pretty good, but, there was a bunch of stuff with Allegra and Chester, which literally 0 people care about. I didn't even go over it in this video. So yeah, I think this episode, it was definitely very enjoyable, but, hopefully we get some better Red Death stuff going forward, so then the season can pick up just a little bit. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as your thoughts on the episode. What did you guys think of it? Are you excited for the rest of the season? And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.